into the closet, you'll need a forklift, and you'll think to yourself, hey, why does this weigh? I also looked this up. How much 600,000 20s weighs? Why does this weigh 1,320 pounds heavier than when I put it on this morning? Oh, that's right. I left the gross national product of Sri Lanka in my breast pocket again.
That's didactic, you know.
I don't mean to be didactic nor facetious in any manner, but I left the
come on, Max. I read a review of a show you did, not Jen Kirkman.
Nikki Glazer?
Yeah, sorry, two girls, Nikki Glazer
and Sarah Schaefer. Oh, yeah, Saturday night.
And they said, you went on first.
Yeah.
And they said it was, they liked the two gals together, but they said the review was great and said Gary Gullman destroyed. Did you read that review on Twitter?
My manager just read it to me.
I think your manager wrote it. Gary Gullman took the stage with a panache. Nikki, how do you spell panache?
Is there one of those umlauts? Do you use an umlaut on that, ma'am?
He went through all the vowel faces like a good pageant kid. O-A-I-U.
My favorite Barry thing is a face that you do yeah.
like Lou Ferrigno lifting.
Yeah, but you can't.
Huh?
Obviously, the people can't see it, but
Hold
it's
on.
so
what
perfect.
What did she say?
It's followed by the tooth wipe.
Yeah.
The tooth wipe.
Yes. Quick tooth wipe.
Yeah. I told you we were laying on the beach once together, like in Manhattan Beach. We drove down just to get sun.
Yeah.
It's, 1990, and I'm laying next to cats, in like denim shorts. Swear to God. Like denim shorts and his black Reeboks.
And a ponytail.
A ponytail, scruffy beard. And I look over at him. His eyes are closed, sunning himself. And he just reaches up and squeegees his upper roach. And I was like, wow. And then I'm laying there going, what is this man that I'm laying next to? I feel like Alan Ladd on Easter Island. And then I look over again, and he licked his fingers like he was about to count money.
Oh.
You know why there were no Jewish gunfighters in the Wild West?
No.
They couldn't get used to this motion.
Oh, I like that.
That's Barry's big one.
That's a great one. But
Barry's
the licking the fingers to count money is a great...
laying on the beach with his eyes closed in
maneuver.
denim shorts. And what better way to let the ladies on the beach know that you're a kind of guy who counts money than black Reeboks and acid wash denim shorts? Ugh. I never use suntan lotion. That's the other thing we've never explained about anybody. No one knows this about cats, and he's a huge hit on the podcast. Never has used a tanning product or any SPF in his life. And every once in a while, you'll see him come into a meeting just red as a beet.
Yeah.
He's like, I had the top down on my car, man. Good God, I was on the 405 for an hour and a half.
What is he trying to prove by not
What are you
using...
trying to prove?
What is he trying to prove by not using sunscreen? That's not a manly thing.
I think he's
anymore.
Like a Sephardic Jew. Where
or
he,
is it?
he
but he's not. I'm
he's
more
Nordic.
Sephardic. He's
Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, he's German. Yeah.
Malibu. Malibu
I
Jew.
don't burn, I stroke. Yeah.
The moose was furious. Barry Katz came in with a better tan than the moose, there's a law in upstate New York. He never used it. Once we had a meeting at MTV, and we sat and I might have said this before, so forgive me, dear listener. We had a pitch meeting at MTV, and I'm like, wow, we are just bombing. And it's hard to bomb in a pitch because it's your best version of you that you've sat up and like gone, this is like your manic.
But also
this is the best idea.
You bring an Ed McMahon. You bring your manager.
And I shit on him.
He's there to
so whenever it gets tense, I go, well, that's Barry. So here, it looks like Dirk Nowitzki. And they're like, oh my God, he does. What's the pitch again? What were we doing? Who wants more coffee? So Barry in the pitch meeting and me, we're sitting, I don't know what it was. We're pitching something to it was MTV in New York. And we're just eating it, just nothing. And they just are looking at Barry, like scrutinizing his words, like what? Who says pedantic? Like weird, but he didn't say just as a weird.
Right, of course, yeah.
And they're just like scrutinizing his face and mouth and we come out and Barry goes, I don't know what happened, man. And he's bright red, beet red. And I realized, they're staring at his stupid sunburned face the whole time, wondering, how do you get that burned? And then he turns to me in the elevator, and one of his fingernails that he had bitten, and you go, was a perfect crescent moon on his bright red forehead. Was a white cat's fingernail. And he's just going... Yeah, they picked up the show. It's called Crescent Moons on Red Jewish Foreheads. of Malibu Jews. It's called Jersey Shore. Yeah, that show came. Well done, my love. That show turned out to be a little something called Jersey Shore. That's her. Don't laugh at me. Laugh at her. Oh, that's beautiful. Little show we call around here. Well, let's call it what it is. MASH. Because we thought it would be funny. If MASH is like an Alan Funt.
Alan
It's like
Funt,
a candy-
yeah.
We thought it would be funny.
Candid Camera was never on enough for me growing up.
Me neither. We
I
thought it
loved
would be
it.
funny to bring in people with sucking chest wounds and have a smart alecky doctor over them that fights authority, and then have people in the operating room, a studio audience, if you will, laughing.
That kills me. Or what about the studio audience on the Flintstones?
Yes! I've been saying that cancer of the neck has been getting me for years. I've been saying that for years.
Do you ever watch the Flintstones as an adult?
I don't watch the Flintars, but Flintstones.
Flintstones,
yeah. I thought you were laughing at my joke. No, I know, but when you first did it, I thought you were super happy with my cancer of the neck been bothering me for years joke, and I'm like, wow, JFK. That's right, she loves JFK. And then it turns out my wife is just doing soundtracks. So I guess I feel like every sitcom actor ever really let down with the laugh track.
Laugh track, yeah.
Like they're not really laughing at all. They just got bussed in from Venice Beach. Hey, what are you guys doing? You want to go see a free taping of a TV show? That's how they get there, America. It's not like, oh, we waited in line for years to see Hot in Cleveland. No. Conan, sure. Ellen, yes.
Yeah, there are like two or three shows who people...
Your P1, your demos.
I told you how for my bar mitzvah I went to see Carson.
No.
Yes, in Burbank. And his guest was... you couldn't pick two better guests. Joan Embry. For a 13-year-old kid, what's better than somebody who works at the San Diego Zoo?
With boobs.
And a young...
And you just spelled it on your calculator.
And a young Gary Shandling.
Ah. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And
And who brought you?
Tremendous. My mom took me, but I was
Saul?
I was 12.
There were many Sauls.
There were many Sauls.
There were many Sauls.
But I was 13, so I had to sneak in because you had to be 16. Luckily, I was 5'11" at 13, so I kind of. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, your mom's not tall. Who's your dad? The milkman?
Milkman. That's clever.
People say that to you all the time, right?
Yeah. That's my old joke.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
kind of leading you into.
Oh yeah.
Bit killer.
No, I didn't want to.
Well, I don't know if you realize this, Jay, but I have a bit in my act that would fit perfectly.
I call that the Comics Unleashed setup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Says
See,
here
Gary-
you have
Gary, you're
Gary
real
says here
tall,
you have a
man.
joke about being tall and the milkman.
Oh really? I didn't know it was that bad. But I noticed that Byron Allen's
tough.
the way he speaks with you is directly dependent on who he spoke to right before you. Like if he's talking to Kevin Hart, he'll turn to you and go, now Gary Gullman, you so tall, man. You so tall. But if he's talking to like, Dr. Ken Jeong, he'll look at you and go, me Chinese. It's like he's very easily influenced.
Yes, but Byron Allen has
Dr. Ken's Korean.
has Laker tickets
Oh.
that he must have gotten when before they got Jabbar.
Why?
In between Wilt and Jabbar, because how could he afford them
He's the
when
richest
they
guy
were
in the world.
Really?
Yes, he owns all of that. Everything. He was on That's Incredible. No, he's on Real People.
He was on Real
Sarah
People
Purcell.
with and Skip Stevenson, Peter Billingsley, Fred Willard, Gary Barber. I remember thinking that was the best show.
It was the best show.
Was it? Okay.
That's Incredible was up there.
That's Incredible with Fran Tarkenton, Kathy Lee Crosby, and John Davidson.
And what was the best part?
Yogi Kudu. Yogi
what's
Kudu was the 6'7" yogi who could fit
saying what was
who
the
could fit
best
in a
segment
box.
ever.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's great. Was he a yogi?
Yeah.
Or was he a bear? Or did he play catcher for the Yankees?
He was a cartoon.
And Dan Etterman nodded him
Dude,
off too.
he was a cartoon.
He was a cartoon, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, he was a cartoon bear.
Dude, kid, buddy,
Dude,
pal,
no, sir.
guy.
What was your favorite segment on the show? Not specific person, but what's like something they would do? Remember the segments?
I don't remember the segments.
Anything
but-
haunted, I was like,
Oh
yeah.
yes.
They had a spooky logo.
Yes.
But back
yes.
then, it was just like a crack through your TV screen meant spooky.
But they were really going past their scope because those things were more eerie than incredible.
They were like puff pieces. Too.
Yes.
Like somehow there was a ghost puff piece.
Yes.
Ooh, thank
Yes.
you. You look nice too. It was never like, you don't want to stay here. You might get hatcheted. Like that guy, Ghost Adventures. I love. You ever watch Ghost Adventures?
No, I haven't
That guy
seen
locks
but-
himself like in a plantation house. He's like, right here is where the slaves were shackled and beaten, and the owner of the house came in and he chopped. He kind of looks like Dane, and he's like ripped. Zach Baggins. He's super awesome.
Zach Baggins is a great name for a hobbit.
Zach Baggins in the Brown Band. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, come on. They opened for the Crows.
Bilbo, Frodo, and Zach.
Zach Baggins. He's
The Baggins kids.
But that guy goes into the haunted. The Baggins kids.
Yes, their parents put them in show business.
The Baggins kids. Zach, Frodo,
And Bilbo.
and Bilbo.
Bilbo was the
call
Donnie
him-
Wahlberg of the
He's
Bagginses.
William Jr. We call him Bilbo, you know? Zach, where's your horn? You don't know they're not going to ask for that song. Just fake parents arguing in the car on the way into the Ed Sullivan Theater.
Yes.
Well, like, they're really going to ask for Saints Come Marching In. You don't know, Zach. Anyway, he does not do puff pieces. That guy, you'll love it. You got to watch it and text me later. He'll do, with his permission, I'll put a clip up on the Tumblr page, on my Twitter homepage. He'll go in like, right here is where everybody got axed to death, and he'll set an axe up because things fall in the room, and he goes, do you want to chop my head off? You want to chop my, come on, man, I'm calling you out.
Really?
And he locks one of his buddies like in an attic where like mental patients, were like castrated, like, you sitting there, and the guys are always like, wow, whoa, I'm a cameraman, what happened? But that's the only show I've ever seen where they actually have like a door slamming or like a ball rolling backwards.
Yeah.
Where they actually...
And a person challenging
Yeah, come on,
the
man.
spirits.
I tweeted him the other day. I said, you're pretty buff. If you ever had to fist fight the ghost, you would totally win.
Yeah. He's the opposite of Shaggy and Scooby.
Yeah.
Who actually would plead with the ghosts.
Please.
Yeah,
And offer
yeah,
him
yeah.
a cookie.
Yes.
So those are your
Yes.
3 dimensions of ghost pieces. You can do a puff piece, like that's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
And show the spooky house with like a crack through your TV screen to let you know like there's bedlam involved.
Incredible, so much is eerie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
That's
not,
eerie.
Not incredible so much as eerie.
Yeah.
And then you can do the Scooby-Doo route where you offer the ghost food.
Yes. Yes.
But you know what? Best ghosts ever. Ghost pirates, ghost voodoo ghosts.
My favorite was the snow ghost.
Yes.
Who blended in by using transparent skis. Why not white skis? It's snow. No, these ones are transparent.
Hey! And then bribe them with
The snow
what you're
ghost-
currently eating. Like a ghost comes into your room at night, Gary Gullman,
Yeah.
in your fancy Upper East Side 6-bedroom apartment that you got from the Keller Group. I know you watch. And then you're just sitting there in your bed eating like, snackums or, Hot Pocket. You get a nice Hot Pocket. You watching Ghost Encounters, and a ghost comes in, and you just go, you want some of this?
Yeah. I've got Amy's Organics. This is the tofu scramble.
Yeah, I don't like chips with ketchup. This is bizarre.
Listen,
you can
there's
have the
more
whole
in the
bag.
freezer. Just put it in for like 4.5 minutes.
If it's not open, don't open it yet, though. Do me a favor.
But
And then Zach Baggins, he gets in there and actually tells the ghost, like, what are you, a little jerk? You want to pick? And he's like, you want to pick on everybody that works here? Why don't you pick on me? Yeah, fuck off, Death.
wow. But
And then
he's-
they'll go like,
but-
oh, Jesus. Like
But is
the
it the slave? Is it the slave spirit or the plantation owner's spirit? Because
depends
I
on the
think
episode,
I
Gary.
think it's wrong to fuck with the slave spirit, because the slave spirit had a tough time and now he's acting out, and you can kind of understand it.
He's finally able to spread his wings a little.
Yeah.
He's working through
Yes.
the afterlife.
Yes.
I'm not
and
really
now
sure how
Baggins comes in. If it's a slave owner, then I can understand why you would fuck with him. But if it's the but if it's the slave, then my white guilt would kick in, and I say, you know what? These people not suffered enough? It's sort of,
Go on.
well, I had an incident recently where somebody cut me in line, and I had to do
Ghost?
That's him.
no. Oh
How
my God,
great
wow,
is he?
he's a really cool looking guy.
He's so cool.
Oh my
He
God.
makes Chris Angel wishes he was this guy.
But here's the problem. I had that same mustache in 7th grade,
No, that's
and
not
it
a
turned
mustache,
everybody
bro.
off.
No, it's not a mustache.
What is it?
It's a long day of ghost adventuring, and it's just like a
But
5 o'clock
only over his
mustache.
lip?
Yeah, well, no, under the chin a little bit. You can strike a match on that chin. Lantern jaw on this
He
kid.
does have a sweet jaw.
Maybe you, him, and Todd could get married and be Bert, Ernie, and Ernie.
Oh, here was the thing with cartoons. Won't be it, but
Hold
it's
on.
so
What
perfect.
did she say?
It's followed by the tooth wipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, tooth wipe.
yes. Yes. Quick tooth wipe.
Yeah, I told you we were laying on the beach once together, like in Manhattan Beach. We drove down just to get sun.
Yeah.
It's 1990, and I'm laying next to cats, in like denim shorts. I swear to God, like denim shorts and his black
Ponytail.
Reebok. They liked the two gals together, but they said the review was great and said Gary Goldman destroyed. Did you read that review on Twitter?
My manager just read it to me.
I think your manager wrote it. Gary Goldman took the stage with a panache. Nikki, how do you spell panache?
Is there one of those into the closet? You'll need a forklift, and you'll think to yourself, hey, why does this weigh? I also looked this up. How much 600,000 20s weighs? Why does this weigh 1,320 pounds heavier than when I put it on this morning? Oh, that's right. I left the gross national product of Sri Lanka in my breast pocket again.
It's gigantic,
I don't mean to be didactic nor facetious in any manner, but I left the
come on,
GMP
Max. I read a review of a show you did, not Jen Kirkman.
Nikki Glazer?
Yeah, sorry, Nikki. It's two girls, Nikki Glazer,
And Sarah Schaefer. Oh, yeah, Saturday night.
and they said you went on first.
Yeah.
and they said it was.
Umlauts. Do you use an umlaut on that, ma'am?
He went through all the vowel faces like a good pageant kid. O-A-I-U.
My favorite, Barry, thing is a face that you do that yeah.
like Lou Ferrigno lifting.
Yeah, but you can't.
Huh?
Obviously, the people can't see.